What's going on, everybody? This is Travis from Candid at the Movies, and today I'm going to give you a top 10 list, and this is for 10 films you should give another chance. Now, this is going to cover a lot of genres, a lot of different years these films came out. Some of these movies are critically acclaimed, some of them are not so much critically acclaimed, but I feel more than anything you should give these films a second chance and a rewatch. Number 10, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Now, this is a movie that many Star Wars fans hated, but I am one of those minority fans that feels that this was a misunderstood film. Now, was there a lot of things that for characters that didn't fit for them based off of the Star Wars history? Yes, but when we get a true look at everything in comparison to the final film in the Star Wars universe dealing with Rey, it wasn't that bad. In comparison, it has probably some of the best fight scenes, some of the craziest action scenes you've seen in a Star Wars filmography, and I feel more than anything you should give this another chance. Number 9, Alita Battle Angel. Alita Battle Angel is definitely a Robert Rodriguez film, and you get all the vibes of Robert Rodriguez, but more than anything, he really sets off and shows a lot of love to the manga series. A lot of people will say that they just felt like it came out at a bad time, but honestly, it had probably some of the best action scenes, some of the best CGI we've seen in a while, and you get a great performance from everybody involved in this film, and it should get a second watch. Number 8, the 1985 classic Legend. With the powerhouse of Tom Cruise, Tim Curry, and it being directed by Ridley Scott, this is a fantasy visually stunning film that everyone that watches it remembers it, but overall it didn't get as much love as you thought it would have in the 1980s. I feel that this is a movie that should have been a classic, but it sadly became a cult classic just because of how much people do not talk about this film. It's great, and it's something worthy of a big rewatch for anyone that likes fantasy films. Number 7, the 2007 comedy known as Hot Rod. Now, anyone that is a fan of The Lonely Island or Andy Samberg loves this film. It has so many quotable moments within the film, and let alone just seeing the dancing sequence in the middle of the film that happens is something that a lot of people can sit back and enjoy, and people that love stunts, they can sit back and laugh because there's a part of them inside when they were kids they wanted to do the same thing. Number 6 is a M. Night Shyamalan film known as The Village. Now, this is a film that initially when everyone went to the theater, they were excited for it, especially after the constant hits that he was having. But just with the twist ending, turned a lot of people sour on this film, and ultimately they felt like this was a miss for M. Night Shyamalan. But in comparison to some of his more recent films and other films he has done, The Village does stand the test of time. It does show a lot of scariness. It does have its weird, fun moments, and more than anything, it has probably some of the best character design and character development in all of his films. It's definitely worth another watch. Number 5 is the reboot of the Judge Dredd series known as Dredd. This is a movie, even with people that are fans of The Boys, Carl Urban did an amazing job. He wasn't as odd and kooky as the Sylvester Stallone version of Judge Dredd, but this version, it is a hard rated R, and it does show off some of the most amazing moments in film, and it does a great representation of the comic book series in general. I feel anyone that is a fan of comic book movies or just hard R action films should love this movie. Number 4 is the Ang Lee version of Hulk. This was a movie that got hyped up a lot, especially during the initial comic book craze of the 2000s. Everyone loved Ang Lee, and they felt that this was going to be the next big film that everyone was going to love. It did not pan out that way, but the best part of this film is that you get a Hulk that gets as large as you'll ever see him, doing damage, wrecking shop compared to other versions of the Hulk that we have seen. But the one thing about this Hulk movie that is very impressive is how they blended in some of the comic book effects that you see in comic books to this day of pages turning and all these other explosions. They implemented that into the movie, giving love to the source, and you have to appreciate that with the film. Number 3 is Speed Racer. This film was done by the Wachowskis, and more than anything, they showed the love that they have for Speed Racer. Now, this movie definitely, it's not for the best of people that struggle with a lot of flashing lights and things coming at them. They did do this movie in 3D, but overall, it makes you appreciate everything that they put into the film, how it stuck to the source material, and more than anything, it was a wild and crazy ride, which is what you expect with Speed Racer films. Number 2 is Idiocracy. Idiocracy is a film that, honestly, in this political climate and in the world within the United States, we can relate to way too much. You'll see things with people that have lower IQs than others in high performance roles of presidency. You'll also see people that are just using even the bare minimum stuff in life just to get through, and then it just, more than anything, shows off how overall everyone needs to make a change and do the right thing in life before we get to that level, as they stated in the movie, of Idiocracy. And the number 1 film that you should give another chance at watching, it is Disney's The Kid. Now, this is a Bruce Willis family film, and you do get the old school trope of a very successful man not remembering who he was as a child, and then the 8-year-old version of him who is not confident, dealing with craziness in life, follows him back in life, and he starts to change. Now, like I stated, this is something that is very formulaic, but more than anything, it shows off the goodness in people realizing that they need to make changes and not to be a Scrooge more than anything. With that, it makes you definitely appreciate your youth, your childhood, and how much you've grown in life, and how you can still keep that little kid inside of you every day with you. But hey, do you feel like there's a movie we could have included on this list? Comment below, let us know what you thought about it. This is Travis from Candid at the Movies. Leave us a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll have another top 10 list for you coming soon.